As December is usually very quiet for me, I decided to keep myself busy during the slow and cold days. I thought it would be easy for me to record new videos because, well, I have a bunch of time. The truth is, I haven't used my camera, yet alone my entire desk setup, for almost 4 weeks. To be honest, when I saw my empty calendar, at first I was very motivated to spend all my time on YouTube. To my surprise, having no appointments in your calendar didn't make it much easier for me. Because obviously if nothing sits in my calendar, what I would do is nothing. And what did happen on the way to Christmas? Well, obviously the Christmas rush. I literally went out every single day into the city and would buy some last minute presents for family and friends. And on the way doing so, I would run in so many friends and we would chat on the street, have coffee, catch up for lunch or dinner. And that's pretty much all I did for the last 4 weeks. It was beautiful. And now it's 2025 and I haven't touched any of my camera gear for almost 4 weeks. I don't know if you guys know the feeling of picking up your camera after not using it for so much time and praying to God like hopefully there's some battery left in the camera. So here we are, January 2nd, 2025. It's still very quiet, which I'm very grateful for, because after 4 weeks of not touching my camera or using my home studio, I finally felt pressure dropping off my shoulders. I didn't really know what it was, but of course I had thoughts in my mind that told me, you said you were going to record new videos for Christmas, for New Year's Eve, blah blah blah. And I think subconsciously I set myself some expectations that I just couldn't meet, or maybe didn't want to meet. Now I'm sitting here and feeling very refreshed from the last weeks. They didn't turn out as I was expecting to be quiet, but they were full of quality time with friends and family. And since I'm feeling this release, and it's the beginning of the year, I felt like it's the perfect timing to come up with one very important question. Why? Why am I sitting here? Why am I telling you all these boring stories from my life? Why is this important to me? And why should this maybe be important to you? The answer is, I never really knew why I started this whole YouTube thing. I thought I want to do YouTube to make passive income. I want to sell my presets and maybe my photo books. And of course, show my photos. But the more I think about new ideas for my videos, the more I sit down and write scripts, the more I realize that the reason for doing YouTube has never been about money. It has always been about my photographs. It has always been about you. You might be thinking, how can my channel be about you? Yesterday, as I was sitting down with my notebook and my coffee, I intentionally took the time for me to reflect on my whole YouTube journey so far. And most importantly, why the hell I thought I wanted to do YouTube. Let me explain. I've always loved sharing my thoughts and feelings, not only with friends and family, but also on the internet. Sometimes with words, sometimes with my photographs. And as I was intentionally taking the time to think about why I started in the first place, I realized something. I realized that throughout my entire life, I've always wanted to do things differently. Even when I was young, I always had the urge to express myself creatively. And I realized something very beautiful. I love seeing the world a little different than others. There was something I always felt a little weird for when I was young. But the older I get, I've come to learn that it has always been my superpower. And I think I'm sitting here just because I want to inspire you to also see the world a little differently. The concept of discovering your own why is something I picked up from no other than author and speaker Simon Sinek. If you've never heard of Simon Sinek, please do me and yourself a favor and go look him up. He has changed my view of the world in so many ways. The way he talks about work, relationships, personal struggles, and growth is so simple yet beautiful.
Every single one of us knows what we do. Some of us know how we do it, but very, very few of us can clearly articulate why we do what we do.
So why is this important? And why is it important that you, having a very personal and unique view of the world, should share it with the world? See, we live in an age where every information is just one click away, where almost everyone can show themselves online and share their thoughts and feelings, which offers tremendous possibilities to have access to so many unique and beautiful things. Social media being one huge part of it. Well, for some people and even brands, it still seems like all you gotta do is just follow the trends. I really don't want to dive into this topic too deep now, because otherwise this video would be like 2 hours long, I promise. How in this world do you really think you will ever make your work stand out if you're just looking left and right what all the other people are already doing? How can you actually believe that this is the way how it is going to work? Do you really think that this is how you're gonna stand out? I believe it's not only possible, but even mandatory to express your own unique view. This is how truly great things come to life. It's when people listen to themselves, when they try to make sense of their own little world and create something beautiful out of it. Let me tell you something. My videos will not make you the best photographer. They will also not make you the most creative person ever. But watching my videos will hopefully encourage you to follow your own heart and to listen to your own creative vision. What I really want with this channel is to inspire you to be brave, to try out new things, and to listen to yourself and to believe in yourself. I can confidently say that a lot of things that I thought I would know about growing as an artist turned out to be wrong. But I've learned so much about myself from muting all the noise around me, calming my mind, and starting to channel my inner creative voice. I'm sure there are still a lot of things that don't really make sense to you right now. But if you've watched my latest videos and if you follow along the next weeks, I promise you I will do my very best to inspire you to become the best version of yourself creatively. And I would appreciate it if you join me on this very exciting journey. If you made it this far in the video to the very end, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more topics that I just, briefly talked about in this video, there is more videos on my channel that might be helpful for you in how I approach creativity, how I deal with Instagram. But also make sure to tune in the next weeks because I have new videos coming up. I have exciting travels coming up and I'm happy to share all of it with you. So thank you again for watching and I see you in the next one.